I'm gonna stand way back here, and everyone always is like, get mad at chair. So today I'm gonna unbox stuff on top of a box from across the room with a microphone on to try to alleviate some of the echoes because I don't have a studio. I'm gonna unbox in a chair. I'm gonna open the stuff. And we're gonna see how it looks. Say hi to this guy. So we'll start. So let's go with the small box first. Small box. Little envelope here. I can assume I know what this is, but it will be fun. I mean, it's from Dane. Burn Down Garage. Dane Thompson. Mr. Burn Down. So we'll open this guy. Oh, what is this? A surprise. He sealed it with a chicken. Uncle, what's he call him? My brain doesn't work. You guys didn't know that. There's some days this thing smelling on my shoulders is it's rough. What did he send me? I don't want to like rip if it's a. I'm sorry, I have to ruin Uncle Gus. It's Uncle Gus. I had to rip him to get this open, bud. I'm sorry. Whoa! Who made those? I'm gonna have to ask him. Super nice. I'll bring this over to you, obviously. What I should have done is set up my. I can set that up to remotely zoom, to be honest. These are cool. These are super cool. Keychains. So one has paint in it, and one has no paint in it. That's pretty slick, right, guys? Thanks, Dane. They feel like aluminum. So I don't know if Dane made them or one of his buddies did. Awesome. Super cool. I will use them. I will use them. We'll put them over here. We'll throw this into the bin. So we'll go for the next bigger one. You guys ready? Dale Follett. Twisted Builds. Now, I have to test a bunch of stuff for Dave. I'm running out of time. I'm a bad friend. I'm a bad test guy right now. He sent me a wideband controller I got to test, but with the whole virus stuff going on, I can't really put it on much. And I don't have my widebands that I have to hook up to it. Pretty soon I'm going to see if someone locally can test it who can do a way better job than me at this point. And let them. Okay. What do we got? We got all sorts of stuffing and we got information. So, Twisted Builds LLC wideband gauge. Hey Matt, it's OLED. Oh man, I love OLEDs. Oh, cool. Okay, so red battery power, preferred shared with wideband controller. See, Dale sent me a wideband controller that will be really cool if you have a stock type ECU setup because it's a wideband controller and it has twin narrowband simulated outputs. So you can use the one wideband controller and feed it all out of that into a wideband gauge and into the stock computer, and you can have 102 sensor and it'll get all of its information outputted over that. So a stock ECU would be extremely happy with all the information it's seeing, and you would have a wideband all in one, and it's much cheaper than any other wideband. Blue off color wire 0 to 5 volt signal into wideband gauge gets hooked up to the one of the. Okay, cool. Also included updated instructions. Sorry about the packaging. I didn't want it bouncing around in the big box. Small gauge. Smallest box I had to ship it in. So he gave me new instructions. I better hook this thing up. One of the things I wanted to do was actually hook up his wideband controller, the cheaper one that he sells, to the dyno, to my dyno. It hasn't had a functioning wideband in 10 years. And I wanted to use the sensor and output it into the DynoJet stack if I can. And that was one of the things that I wanted to test it with. It would be really cool. So other than that, I need to put it on a vehicle. So he he has been working on getting a gauge together for everybody, and this looks to be it. He sent me one. So now I can hook this up to the wideband controller. And now I have a gauge, because he made it cheap as possible. The gauge itself, you don't need. If you are outputting the wideband into like HP tuners or some other logging software, you can omit the gauge, just like Innovate and some other people sell it. It's just a wideband controller. There's no visual output. Oh man. Cutting this garbage open. I'm worried I'm going to ruin this thing. Tape's sticking to me. Yeah, he definitely did a nice job, and I'm paranoid to ruin it. Sweet, dude. So I'll have to power all this stuff up and hook it up to something, or if I can find someone locally that wants to test it faster than I can. He says he's not really worried about it, but I feel bad. So yeah, this is now he makes a little 52 mil for it. Check that guy out. Sweet. So we just have to power that and connect it to his wideband controller, and that's the gauge portion. So he just finished that too. I should hook all this stuff up to something, right? And use it, of course. Sorry, Dale. I'm sorry. At least people see it, right? At least people are seeing it. We'll stack that over here. Put this in here. Put this over there. So, this is an interesting one. I think this one got shipped back and forth a few times because it says received in damaged condition. And it's really not, I don't think it's damaged. It's just stained, which is funny as hell. It's just the whole box is stained, which happens frequently with people sending me stuff. They send me retired and expired pieces, and that's what happens sometimes. So this is actually from Canada. Josh from Canada. So let's open it up and see how oily it is, or what it is, why it's so oily. It's not very heavy. It's not really bouncing around that bad. Oh, what is this? I think I know what this is. We were talking about this. I wonder why the box is so oily, if that's just a joke. Oh, so someone in Sloppy. So we were talking about Holly compatible drive-by-wire pedals. And someone said they would send me some with the, man, these smell like a dirt junkyard. They smell like old Chevys. So these are all drive-by-wire pedals that are cheap and easy to find, and they have the same connector that Holly wants. So this is a 04 to 2012 G6 Malibu or Aura. Saturn Aura? So that has the same connector. This is a 2005 to 2010 G5 Ion Cobalt and Pursuit. Pursuit must be a Canadian car. So that's drive-by-wire. And then this is the same connector, 05 to 09 Impala. What does that say? Grand Prix, Allure, La Contra, and Monte. Maybe Monte Carlo. So here's another. So here's all different mounting, throw, and body type accelerator pedals that are drive-by-wire with the Holly specified connector. So this is the same connector that you get on like the CTS-V one. And I'm using an 09 GMC Sierra pedal. So this is cool. I'm so glad you guys sent this, because we can build a database of other cheaper, if you can find this stuff in the junkyard and it works with the Holly, that'll be incredible, obviously. So that'll be extremely cool to test these. Thanks, dude. I will test these, because that's just removing the plug and plugging this in and seeing if you can get it to read. And obviously it's cheaper than the harder to find truck pedals. And then if you have a truck, it's an easy swap, but the back of the truck bolts are not always the easiest thing to install in a car. This one goes in sideways for sure. It has no plate on the back at all. So yeah, pretty cool. Really awesome to see all of these guys. So here is 2005 to 2010 G5 pedal, just side mount. This one has something that bolts to the back, obviously, and this one bolts to the back down below, but has a plastic backing. So it'll be neat to test them, and then I'll give you guys the part numbers. And slops helping slops. Those are some filthy pedals. Anyway, I'm going to see how this audio and video came out. If it's stupid, let me know. If I'm too far away, let me know. I thought about doing something different. I don't know. Jamie is unable to help me right now, so figured I would try this and we would see how it goes. Okay.